So I'd like to talk a little bit about an issue that comes up in pretty much any covenant in a definitive M&A agreement, regardless of the subject matter. And that is the words that lawyers choose to use in connection with that covenant. So, and it really comes down to the difference between will and try. And you could have a covenant that's, for instance, that says, between the signing and the closing, the seller will operate the business in the ordinary course. Or you could have a covenant that says between signing and closing, the seller will use commercially reasonable efforts to operate the business in the ordinary course. And there's a world of difference between those two. And how might it matter? Let's say there's a pandemic and governments shut down access to restaurants for a period of time, and you're in the process of selling a restaurant. The ability to operate the business in the ordinary course has gone away. So if the covenant is they will operate it and they can't because circumstances have changed, then the seller has violated that covenant and the buyer will have the ability not to close the transaction. But if it says they'll use commercially reasonable efforts to operate the business in the ordinary course, well, in that circumstance, as long as they try, if the government won't let them do it, they've met their requirement, and it won't affect the ability, that covenant in any event, won't affect the ability to get the transaction closed. So lawyers spend a lot of time, depending upon whether they're representing a buyer or seller, trying to figure out how to say will or how to say try in a way that works for the parties and protects their client's best interests.